Hello, hello, wonderful people. I'm just getting my cards. The great big box with the cards. There we go. I hope you are all well. Let me turn this just a little bit. Maybe you can see a little bit better. Sorry. There we go. There, you can probably see a little bit better. Okay. Seriously, I hope everyone's doing okay. All right, just want to let you guys know that today there may be a delay in really accurate time stamping. I'm going to be able to put the questions in a general time stamping to give you an idea, but I have an appointment this afternoon, and I don't know if I'm going to have time to go through it and get it exactly down to the second. So it's going to be kind of a ballpark. All right, if you are new around here, welcome, and welcome to everyone who's a regular, and thank you so much to our troll slayers. We have the best moderators on the internet, on YouTube, on the internet in general, and we could absolutely, this could not happen without them. So thank you. We usually spend the first 10 minutes. I get your questions, the kind of things that you want me to read on. This is all political, and it's usually U.S. politics. Occasionally we do something else, but there is that, and then I will be back tomorrow. I have a question left over from the other day, which was about Citizens United. I probably should go back to do that. Yes, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, everybody. Also, before we get started, on a completely irrelevant note, I was putting a new pack of tissues in my purse. This is practically a crime. This is such a missed opportunity. Completely missed opportunity. Because Kleenex has put this. If you can read that, if it's not just all glare, this is what they've put. This absolutely, positively should say, sneeze the moment. It should, shouldn't it? Sneeze the moment. And I think of that every time I see this. That is such a missed opportunity. They did not seize this moment to make this a play on words, a fun, a something. Anyway, seize the cooties. Yeah, it should be sneeze the moment. Anyway, irrelevant. Also, I realize there are serious problems out there in the world. Serious. Kleenex blew an opportunity, Christina. I love that. I realize there are people with real problems out in the world, but I have to tell you that I may need some prayers, sort of, kind of, not really, but at some point this afternoon I'm going to the DMV. So any positive energy you could throw my way, I'd be very grateful. But I realize there are people with real problems, and that's not one of them. But anyway. Okay, I am here, and thanks for the reminder. I forgot to add Kleenex to my kid's safety kit. She's using hand sanitizer. Great. Has something happened? Alternative Health Digital. I'm afraid I don't know your name, your actual name, but did something happen? Is there anything I could do? But anyway, okay, so let me know, but we are already at almost 4.5 minutes, so good luck at the DMV. Thank you AQ, thank you. First world problems are real problems. Thank you. Bernie or Biden? Vicky, them's is fighting words. I know I read on political topics, but I don't read there. I have 3 things I don't read on. One is who's going to win the Democratic primary. because it just upsets people, and I get so many comments and so many messages on it, even on Patreon, and so much, and it's just like, no, not going there. The DMV is the Department of Motor Vehicles. I need to get a new license, and it's just you go and it's you sit for a long time, and it's government bureaucracy at its most tedious and horrible and in your face. But anyway, thank you, Diana. 90 minutes at the DMV in California, Arizona MVD, which is Motor Vehicle Department, same thing for those who don't know, 20 minutes tops. Yeah, different states are better than others. I'm expecting nothing good. So I'll be happy with anything. All right, Citizens United. There was something I was going to read on to do with what's going on. Oh, by the way, have you seen that Trump was tweeting about Joe Biden? He's the perfect person to argue against. He's nothing but gaffes. And it's like, I'm sorry. That is a beautiful, beautiful, elaborate glass house you're standing in, Cafefe. And your wife Melanie, and Joe Biden, he may have gaffes. He may say he may make mistakes in what he says sometimes, but I don't think he's lied to us 16,000 times in a 4 year period. Just a thought. Anyway, hello, Beryl. Hello, everybody. Yeah, pot meat kettle, no kidding. Have you met you? Yeah. I take my knitting when I go. Smart. Okay. Yeah, Jill. She was there. Jill Biden. How are world leaders accepting maybe Biden for president? I don't even have to read. Seriously, Nancy, I don't even have to read on that. It's relief. It's absolutely relief. But Bloomberg's already said he's going to keep his money in. Another irrelevant thing, I can't knit. I want to, but people have tried to teach me, experts, people have tried to teach me how to knit. First of all, I'm left-handed, but it's also just that for some reason, even with no tension whatsoever, literally just letting the yarn just hang. When I knit, it gets so tight, I literally scrape the paint off the knitting needles with zero tension. And nobody can even figure out how I managed to mess it up that badly. Anyway. Will Trump's tenure as... POTUS ruled illegitimate. SCOTUS picks yanked. Oh no, my pen's trying to die. Illegitimate. I just misspelled illegitimate. Okay. I'm a lefty. I can crochet but not knit. AQ, you and me. I feel that. Catch up on reading and email. Yeah. Joe has a stutter. Yep. Female VP. That is something. That's something I'm happy to ask about. Are we going to have a female VP? Great. To give up knitting, I had to take up smoking. My baby, I love your sense of humor. I can't control knitting or crocheting. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Will voter turnout in the general election? KP65, I have read on that many times. Will voter turnout in the general election be as strong as in the primary? And what it said is the number of people who are going to come out to vote is going to just be huge, massive, massive voter turnout. Oh, thank you. I'm working on hats for preemies in the Children's Hospital. Bless. Absolute bless. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Hope. Thank you, Hope. Will the Patriot Act be repealed? You mean the what part of it? Are they going to go back and repeal the whole thing? No, which part, Sandra? Just let me know. But vote blue no matter who, absolutely. Sorry my job interferes with watching all your videos, I'm behind. Ah, thank you, thank you. Republicans trying to cheat voters. Oh yeah, they're doing a number on voters, making people stand outside for 5 hours. And all right, we're at about 11 and a half minutes. Let me start with these 3 questions. I want to look at Citizens United. For those of you who don't know, Citizens United was a Supreme Court ruling a few years back, or a number of years back, that basically, do not ask me how, they basically decided that corporations are basically people, because corporate free speech of corporations must be protected. So basically corporations could dump huge amounts of money into races and super PACs and what have you. And it's just been horrible, absolutely horrible for democracy. And okay, so let's start with Citizens United, and let's do, because we're going to read on that, POTUS, and a female VP. Oh, this has Housewife's Tarot written all over it. All over it. Okay. Why not chairs for waiting voters? Wondering Eyes, I'm with you. Exactly. At least, give them, some benches. I mean, just for some older people. Question, what does Shirley Temple Black think of the current state of the Republican Party? Sarah, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what... I only know her early work that everybody else knows. I don't know what her political leanings were. I know she's gone. I know she's gone. And some people ask, certain people, ex-presidents and what have you, what do they think of this or that? So if someone's asking, I don't mind, but I don't know her, I don't know what her political leanings were. Oh, is Sienna here? Hello, Sienna. I did not see you. She was a diplomat. Oh, that's good. Hey, Sienna. The talent is in the house. Right there. Okay, Citizens United. Are we going to be able to get rid of this monstrosity? I have an opinion. The cards may very well tell me, and the energy may very well tell me, no, we're stuck with it, but I'm just, this one, the cards don't always say what I want them to. That would be nice, but no, they don't. Citizens United. Are we going to be able to get rid of this horrible, horrible thing? So we're at 14. Citizens United. Huh. Let's get corporate money in politics. It's unlimited, isn't it? Hello, hello. Citizens United. Yeah, okay. I'm feeling, definitely feeling Supreme Court. Why am I feeling Barr? Why is his energy around this? Huh, odd. I don't know why his energy's around it. Yeah, that's messing with the system. That is messing with the system. Yeah, it's a republic. We have a republic, and it's not, corporations are not people. Corporations are not people. Just putting that out there over and over and over. In the past, this is the two political parties. Pentacles is what I get for Republicans, and Cups is what I get for Democrats. And this is just them just not happy with, basically fighting the normal kind of fighting before we had this. Center of the reading. That would be a big cut. It would be a big cut to the finances of, oh goodness, quit that. Shh. Shh. It would be a big cut to finances of elections and, well, really, it's the super PAC money, but okie dokie. Base of the reading. Oh, that is Democrats coming together to say no. No. Above the reading. The unfairness of it, and a false choice. This can be the card of illusion and delusion, but in this deck, it's very much this. It's a false, gives a false sense of choice, when in reality, it's not democratic. It's not. You shouldn't be able to buy elections. Something Bloomberg just learned, but okay. Near future. Well, there are going to be lobbyists just fighting like the Dickens, fighting like the devil to keep it in. But there's a lot of effort. There's going to be a lot of effort put in by specifically Democrats, but there's going to be a lot of effort to get rid of it. Home environment. This is trying to set some above others. That's what it does. Those with money, those with power. Well, hopes and fears. It's messing with, it's taking away our choice. It's messing with our ability to make decisions. What we see, we know it's rotten. We know it's a big sulfurous mess. So, okay, final outcome. Are we going to be able to get rid of Citizens United? Oh, talk about vested interests. Oh, and more vested in absolutely pouring money into this. Oh, but look at that. This is, oh, bless you Democrats, who, and the occasional, wild, Republican gets a wild hair, but generally, these are the cards of money. These are lobbyists. These are big money donors, and this is money just flying into areas for lobbying and trying to get these politicians under control. But back here, you've got Democrats trying to fight it, and then at the end, this is the card of generosity. this is cup, so it's Democrats, but it's also the cup. But it's an equal. Everybody, like in the Halloween deck, it's the woman handing out candy. It's just little pieces, just so. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Sandra, you had asked earlier, or perhaps it was you, asked, will the Patriot Act be repealed? And I had mentioned which part. So, anyway, that feels good. That feels good. So I got some hope here. I have got some hope here. Wheel of Fortune is right there. Any more information about Citizens United and if we can jettison this? Oh, there are changes coming. It feels like fresh air, big gusts of fresh air. New policies, more democracy. You know, some stumbles and what have you, but those are some happy Democrats. This is the people who want Citizens United. This is the term I'm getting in my head is put a lipstick on a pig. Trying to make it look good. But these are people who put it in place or fought to put it in place. Do you know what this card's making me think of? Is there a million years ago, I guess I was a kid, I don't know, but there was a commercial, or it wasn't a commercial. No, it's from a musical from the 50s. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I think it's from the musical. Pacific. I'm sorry, I'm not very good with musicals, but that's what that feels like. It's like these are the people who put it in place, and then these are the people who are like, oh no, we're getting rid of this. We were washing it right out of our hair. South Pacific, thank you. And this is, no, we needed lipstick on a pig, but this is happy, active, Knights, happy, active Democrats. So that looks good. I like it. I like it. Okay, and let me add to the list here, filibuster. Is it? It can, right now I believe it's like been revoked for judicial nominations or something, which is how Moscow Mitch has been able to put in the most unqualified conspiracy theory nut federal judges. But I've added that to the list. See, when I don't do this on my lap, it seems louder. All right, will Trump, will his rule, will his administration, will his time in office be ruled illegitimate? I'm just going to throw 5 cards on that. Civil liberties. Let me write that down, Sandra. Patriot Act. Civil liberties restored. That's a great question. Ta-da! All right. I am at about 25. All right. Will the orange furious reign and be rolled illegitimate? Will 45. And I love how someone early on in Donald Trump's presidency realized that the numerals 45. If you put them, if they're blocky and you put them right there, they look an awful lot like a swastika. I just always thought that was interesting. Will Donald Trump's presidency be ruled illegitimate? There would be such an outcry. Well, that feels like he's definitely going down. He's definitely going to get removed. And that's Queen of Cups. That's Democratic power. Parts of it. I've gotten this before. Yep, I'm still getting the same thing I've gotten the other times I've read on this. Parts of it. There are some things he's done that are going to be changed quickly. Ruled illegitimate, ruled illegal, wrong. But actually ruling the entire thing null and void, like annulling his presidency, it's not feasible. There would have to be, the outcry would be so much, and the precedent it would set would be so awful that, you know, you set precedents like that, and they can be abused by the other side later. So I'm not saying I can't, you know me, I can't stand the man. Like, absolutely, he is the human embodiment of all 7 deadly sins. Seriously, go through them. Lust, dang. Pride, dang. Greed, dang. I mean, you just go through them. But parts of what he's doing is going to be removed. Can you even annul something after 4 years? Yeah. Yep. Heck, marriages have been annulled after 4 years. So, let's see. Will any of his Supreme Court picks be jettisoned? Oh, Linda's leaving. Take care, Linda. Take care. See, it's really loud. I was waiting for Sienna and Alternatives reading yesterday, and then I made a comment, and then the whole thing went poof. So, sorry I didn't see it. Okay, we are at 28 in a bit, and we're going to look at will Trump's Supreme Court picks, will either of them be, or heaven forbid, don't even want to say this out loud, heaven forbid if he gets any more, will Kavanaugh or Gorsuch or Trump flunkies. Yeah, we know. That's Gorsuch. Yep, that's him. One of the funniest things ever done was the Matt Damon SNL skit where he played Kavanaugh. Mr. Kavanaugh, what? Yeah, it was good. And Squee. Are any of his picks going to be pulled? Oh, this doesn't look good. Not in a hurry. This Republican picks and the strength in the world, these feel like they're grounding this in reality. It's like this, you can't budge this right away. Maybe later. But right away, no. Unfortunately. But then there is some action, and I don't know, maybe they'll actually listen to the people accusing Kavanaugh. They'll actually do some investigating. So there is some action, but it's not, this feels very small. This feels a little bit larger. The investigations and the accusations and everything threatening to push him out. This is Kavanaugh. This doesn't even feel like, I don't even feel Gorsuch's any energy here at all. But for like right away, like new president, let's get at those guys. No, it's this feels really grounded and in place. And yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I had better news, because Kavanaugh is vile, and his energy is vile. Okie dokie. All right. Are we going to have a female? The United States, will the United States have its first female vice president? Is the U.S. going to have its first female vice president? Again, I'm getting that feeling of this fresh air. A little windy, a little like might push you back a little, not knock you off your feet, but kind of push you back a little bit, because it's so strong, but it's just fresh air, fresh air, fresh air. Sienna's saying that's why I call him Kavanaugh. Oh, heck yeah. Linda G says Cav will be yanked off at the court in the future. I hope so. I mean, it was saying that it was saying, and it felt a little bit like hearings in the future, actual investigations not being limited. They revisit that, but in the short term, unfortunately, that was solid. Kavanaugh. All right, are we going to have our first female VP? I'm doing a whole one of my overloaded Celtic crosses on this one, because this is important, and I want this to happen. And anything I can, any positive information I can pass on, or it can be told here to pass on, I'll be very happy. Are we going to have our first female VP elected in 2020? I'm feeling jazzed. I've got this kind of happy energy that's kind of flowing through me. So that it kind of feels like there's a possibility. And Sienna, if you've ever read on any of these things that I read on, and what you got, feel free to share. Any women candidates but Tulsi. Oh yeah, Joanne, I'm with you. Oh, happy day. Let's see here. In the past, yeah, it was all the emperor. It was all men, more men, and our current, hail to the tub of lard. Center of the reading. Men, more men, Republican men, and let me think, men. Base of the reading. Men, and women in the background trying to influence them. It was like before women got the right to vote. Women couldn't vote, so what did they do? They used what influence they had to get men to do things for them, and that's what we've had. We've been using our votes and using everything we could. I'm thinking of the 2.5 men theme. Menly men. Yes. Yeah, that's trying to get them to do something above the reading. It's been hard. Women who have tried to become president, who've tried to become vice president, it's always, they're ignored, they're not taken as seriously. People start making comments about their looks, or they're too mean or aggressive, or they're just not treated the same way, and it's a burden, and it's a constant struggle. And it's also it's also a moving target as far as what you have to be and what you have to do, and near future. Anything to get rid of Trump. Oh, I love this energy. I am loving this. We're just going to stay. I'm done. Okay, it's 12:38. Yeah, we're done. I'm just going to stay with this. This energy right here is the near future. People coming out of the woodwork who will vote for anyone to scrub this vile president out. Huge turnout. Anything. It's fine. Okay. If it's Bernie or Biden, whatever. Doesn't matter. And I only said them in that order because it's alphabetical. That's right. Sienna, I'm with you. Why are strong men celebrated and strong women are bossy or, oof. But no, this is I will crawl across broken glass to vote against this jerk. And this just makes me happy. So I guess I have to look at the other cards, but I like this. I like this part. Can we stay here? Oh, environment. Yeah, men trying to, oh, no, I'm good for women. Yeah, you'd be good for women if you actually chose one as your VP. Hopes and fears. This actually feels like a lot of men, not to even today, a lot of especially older men, just not quite understanding like how to treat women as equals. There's this weird thing where you get with some men who are against feminism because they say, well, that's women, it's tyranny against men. It's like, no, it's equality. No, they'll have all the power. It's like, and it's hard to even get through to them. It's like, no, equal. No, if it's either men have power or women have power. No, they're merit-based and no, and they just, it's like talking to a brick wall. Wondering, Eyes is asking, is Tulsi possessed? Tulsi's possessed by money and possibly a Russian influence. No, she's not possessed. What we see, yeah, we see the strength of women. We see women who, do everything from bearing children or not, but bearing children, holding down full-time jobs, being single mothers, coming up, I have a plan for that, whatever it is. And that's not just Elizabeth Warren. Do you want to talk to the man in charge or the woman who actually runs everything? That's what this feels like. And I'm not bashing all men at all, but let's face it, some men, just like some women, are not nice. Oh, like Tulsi Gabbard. Some men, they're Neanderthals, Final outcome. Oh. Now this confuses me, but that does not feel like, that doesn't feel like a woman being chosen. I know there's been talk, will Trump kick out Pence and put in like Nikki Haley or his daughter or whatever. No, this feels like an all-male ticket. But cups, pentacles, male, pentacles, all-male, Republican ticket. Cups, Democrat. Look at that. Look at that. This is what's... I need clarification on this. What is this? Because it's clearing out something, but it doesn't feel... This feels very straightforward. This feels very, absolutely, very strong, straightforward. Strongest cards here. This feels relatively, kind of, it feels okay. The medium strength, the energy on that. But this, it feels distant and weird. Let me see if we get some clarification. What is that? What is that? Five of Wands. Is the U.S. going to have its first female VP elected in 2020 and taking office in January of 2021? And I'm feeling that jazzy energy again. Oh. Five of Wands. Oh, two there. What is that? Are we going to have our first female vice president elected in 2020? In the past, there's been some hesitation by even more moderate, or not even just conservative women, but moderate women as well. But this feels like maybe you'd be willing to look at that. Okay, big changes, big changes. That's some nasty energy from Trump and his camp. Some nasty energy from Trump's camp, from Republicans. Oh, that's some nasty energy. But there's a possibility. That's all I'm getting. I'm not getting a resounding absolutely, but that Two of Cups there, that feels strong. That feels like a possibility. And again, I'm getting kind of the fresh air feeling, which would be a big change. And some Republicans would consider it a woman being too, name it, too, she's a blue stocking, she's Four Eyes, she's, I mean, look at all the insults men have used against intelligent, capable women. That's, and they will just be the Republican supporters especially, but even just Republicans, the politicians, they're going to be so awful to, let alone if she gets into office, they are going to be vile beyond words. Because, I mean, I know there's a lot of back and forth about this, but the reason, there's an argument to be made that the reason that we had the rise of the Tea Party in 2010, it wasn't just about conservatism, it was latent racism. It just was. People hated Obama more than they have ever hated, than they ever hated Clinton or ever hated any other, Carter, or they just came out of the woodwork in hatred for Obama. And he was the most mild-mannered, inoffensive, intelligent, capable. He is going down in history as one of our best presidents, just in the sense of being measured and smart and just all these things. And the racism was just welled up. But they, from a lot of people who would swear up and down, they aren't racist, but they hate Obama with heat of a million suns. So, it's if we get a female vice president, it's going to be the same. She's the worst. She's going to be the worst of the worst woman who ever lived. The harpy, the burden. But she's going to be able to withstand it. She's going to be able to withstand it. She's going to have people on her side, and she's going to be very strong on her own when we get one. But it's just, she's going to be treated so badly. Obama is respected all over the world. Fortunately, he's not respected by Republicans at all. Anyway, but yeah, she's going to be strong, which is good, because man, she's going to get it from all sides. We had the best Obama, now we have the worst. Deb Z, I'm with you. Honest truth, I'm with you. Yeah, and it was like, I love the time of Obama, Deborah saying, yeah. I've said this too often, I'm sure, but the other thing from SNL, Michael Che, a joke he had in one of the SNL news segments, and he said just simply, I'm really looking forward to the day when someone says, oh my gosh, did you hear what the president did? And I can say, no. So, yeah, no drama, Obama. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I hear you, Sienna. I hear you. All right, next. Oh. Excuse me. Coughing. Sorry. All right, is something going to happen? Whoops. Come on, work with me, clip. Okay. Are they going to completely get rid of the, let me see, 40. Hang on, just checking the time here. All right. Oh, I didn't write down when I started that. Oh, well. 47. Are they going to completely get rid of the filibuster in the Senate? And heaven help us. Heaven help us either way, but are they going to completely get rid of the filibuster in the Senate? And for those of you who don't understand what that is, there's something that is specific to this, I believe it's specific to the Senate, where if something comes up for a vote and the other side is just absolutely against it, just flat out, absolutely no way, no how, rather than just being outvoted every single time, there has been a thing called the filibuster, which is the other side gets up and starts talking and talking and talking about the measure. And as long as they're willing to just keep talking, sometimes there have been actual filibusters with people standing, they like hand off from person to person, and they just talk, and they can talk about anything. And then they literally just run out the time on the measure. And it's if you can get a certain amount of votes, you can shut down a filibuster. But if you can't get enough votes, then it can just fill out the time. And that is how we ended up with that wonderful video of Ted Cruz standing in the Senate reading Green Eggs and Ham. Oh, yeah. I thought the Bible was originally written in Aramaic. I thought it was written in Greek. But I have no idea. I just know it was written later. Okay, here we are. Will the filibuster be jettisoned from the Senate completely? Well, very straightforward cards, all right next to each other. Boom, boom, boom. Well, yeah, the Democrats, during Obama's term, the Democrats got rid of the filibuster for federal judges simply because the Republicans were blocking every single last Obama nominee, every single one. And which is just, you're not supposed to do that, but they did it. And then when the Republicans took over the Senate, McConnell said, aha, and that's how so there were all of these vacant judgeships from Obama's term that were left over because they blocked every last thing. And then they said, ha, you can't filibuster. We are filling every one of these judgeships. And then there's talk about getting rid of it for, you name it, Supreme Court picks, every other kind of thing you can imagine. Yeah, these are the shenanigans that have gone on. Interesting. This is both the Democrats and the Republicans trying to get rid of it, or temporarily get rid of it, or partially getting rid of it, or basically just getting fed up and trying to do whatever they can do. And it's arguable. I'll be fair. It's arguable who should have, that it shouldn't have been messed with at all. We can have an argument about that. That's a perfectly reasonable thing in a democracy, to have a discussion about whether anybody should have been able to mess with it. But it's definitely being messed with. And then we have, it's not just McConnell, it's people saying, aha, we can mess with this. But this is the strength of it. And this is a burden. Because the strength of it is a burden. To keep it in place is a burden. And it can be used for really nefarious purposes. But throwing the baby out with the bathwater is the expression. And it's a pain in the back end. But let me see if I've got any more information on this. Will they reinstate it? Or will they getting straight cards, straightforward cards, except this last one. It was from a different place, but the rest were just they don't want to get rid of it. They don't want to get rid of it completely, because as much as that, as lovely as that would seem when you're in power, and you have more power than the other side, what goes around comes around, and it will be used against you as well. And it's pretty much it's one of the messiest parts of Congress. This feels very old-fashioned. This is feeling very 1950s. So, yeah, I'm thinking that they're ultimately going to keep most or all of it in place, or restore it, or that's what it feels like. But it's a very contentious issue, and I'm feeling a lot of the, like in the Halloween deck, the two of imps, where you're having to kind of pull them apart because they're all attacking each other. Alternative Health Digital. I'm translating the Nostradamus, which is Latin. It's kind of creepy. Oh, I would love to hear about that. Oh, please do a video about what's creepy about it. Thank you. Okay. All right, so will Patriot Act civil liberties be restored? Great question. And we are at about 54 minutes. Oh, but yes, this afternoon I have an appointment, and then I get to go to the DMV. And Patriot Act civil liberties, will they be restored? All right, suddenly it feels like 2001. Though I did it actually pass in 2001, or did it have to wait? Did they wait until 2002? I'm getting cards from here and there, and it's it was put in place to make people feel better. It was screwing around with everything to make it look good, which is half the battle in intelligence, which is what it looks like. That's America. These two cards are coming together. This is misuse of surveillance on American people. And it's come back to bite. Will our civil rights be restored? Partially. Not fully, partially. And in trying to get it restored, it's not going to be pretty. That's going to be an ugly fight. Because the Republicans start preying on people's fears. And Democrats, we're not the world's best, like, brawlers. I think we'll get some of them back. That's what that feels like, partial. And it won't be like this again. That feels like it was then, and this is the future. But it also feels like beyond this, which is kind of a near-ish future in so many, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years, something like that, that kind of, within that kind of range. But beyond this, it feels very much like technology just upends all kinds of stuff. There is some serious technological wildness coming over the next certainly 10 years, 15, 20. I think a lot of the world will be unrecognizable. Not completely, but heavily. After that, yeah, smart homes. People, you can get like therapy over video conference, ordering things online, mass production, more leisure time, and then robotic helper on the house. And technology is going to make everything it's going to make so much of our lives porous, information-wise. It's just going to, that what we have now is just the beginning of something that's going to grow and grow and grow. Anyway, all right, so those are today's questions. Sorry, I didn't mean to slap that down so hard. I hope it didn't just deafen you. Sorry. I'm just having a quick look. So, like the Jetsons, I'd love some robot helper on the house. Oh, I hear you. I would love to. I've always really liked this. Even just the robotic sweepers are just too expensive for me. So take care of things the old-fashioned way. But when you've got 2 cats, yeah, a sweeper would be really nice. Let alone other stuff. Right now, I don't even have a dishwasher to do everything by hand. But anyway. All right, my friends, dear people, I hope you have a great day. I am going to leave you with this lovely thought, with the possibility of a future female vice president, and also just the fact that we're in this together. All right? Rosie the robot. Yes, we all want a Rosie the robot. Yes, I hear you. All right. So I hope you have a great day. Autumn, I'm sorry you're being punished and have to go to the DMV. Will they let you use your beautiful nails in your photos? Alas, no. Alas, no. But thank you. Thank you, everybody. You are so good to me, and I'm so grateful. And thank you so, so much to our troll slayers. You make this possible. Seriously, you make this possible. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we're going to get through this. It's going to be good. All right. Take care. Thank you. Thank you.